Yeah! I'm ready, baby!
Yo, what's up?
Perfect timing.
Q&A Mondays, The Lethal Collective, Fate Decided, Killjoy Jay, Craven Something Scary, Night Watch Zone. Here we go, boys.
Yeah! Let's go!
Hey, Jake, there's no way to get to that level that you get to, but I tried.
It was good. I liked it. It was good. It was really good.
I have to say,
Oh, man.
I literally look forward to that, Jake, every week.
Good.
I really do.
I'm glad that's a staple now.
It gives me hope. It gives me hope of what I can attain. For real, I do really mean it, dude. All right. So here we are, guys. For you guys in the live chat, thanks for coming to hang out with us. We really, really appreciate it. And just to say a blanket hello to everyone here, Lisa, Wayne, Horror Thriller, Russell, of course. Russell is ride or die. Like, Russell does not play around.
Fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Extron, Bobby, of course, our good friend Eric, the Bearded Entertainment. What's going on, bro? And hello to everyone. Jen's in the chat. Denisha's in the chat. All right, guys, let's do this thing. What's up? And also, for you guys in the chat, leave us any questions you may have. We will try to get to them. We can't promise to get to everyone, but yeah, we're going to try. So what's going on, guys?
Hey.
What's up, everybody?
How's
Yeah,
everybody doing?
we're doing pretty good.
Good.
When you talk like that.
Talk like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Hey, look,
Oh,
Gary
man.
said, I'm virtually dabbing. It's not as impressive.
It's a little one. It's just a tiny little something. Little T-Rex dab.
I love it.
A T-Rex tab. There you go.
Bam.
Well, as we get started here, and Steven, you beat me to the punch here, but just to do a little housekeeping, we were just talking about this backstage too. But Steven, you are on the precipice of a really monumental moment. How about we talk about that for a quick little couple of minutes there, Mr. Almost at 7K. How many are you away from?
I am 52 away, guys, from 7K.
Woohoo.
That's like
All
right there. Oh my
That's
gosh, this
awesome.
is so exciting. And I remember celebrating Jake's 7K. When Jake hit 7K, I remember it and celebrating that. And yeah, I'm almost there, guys. I remember 2 weeks ago for the collective, we were 120 from 1,000, and then it just picked up momentum and flew.
Yeah.
And so I just had to share 52 away from 7K. Very excited. And I'm really hoping I hit it this week. I would love to be there by Friday's episode. That would be so cool.
Heck
But-
yeah.
But thank
We
you
gotta-
to everyone.
We got to make it happen.
Oh, I hope so. I just want to say thanks to everybody who subscribed to my channel, you guys. I really appreciate all of you. And if you haven't, I would really appreciate you considering doing so today. And let's drive that needle closer to that 7K.
Absolutely,
subscribe.
man.
Go do it.
Just do it. What's up, you tricky biscuit?
Hey, Sober Dragon. What's up?
All right.
All right.
The tricky
Absolutely.
biscuit.
Very,
The
very
trickiest
cool.
of biscuits.
The
Wow,
biscuit
and
trick.
biscuits are tricky. Okay.
Biscuits can be
yeah.
tricky.
Taste the biscuit.
Okay.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Oh God.
I'm telling you, man. I freaking love those guys so much, man. Oh my God.
I'm
Oh,
still working
man.
on getting them booked. Jake challenged me,
Yes.
and I am taking you up on that, brother. I seriously am going to try to get that done still.
You got to get them
Oh,
on. That would
man.
be legendary.
It would.
It would be a
Legend dare.
A legend.
would.
It would.
Ooh, that's right.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So,
But-
guys, have you guys seen anything new recently? Because I just did over the weekend, and I was pretty excited about it. Look at Jake's
What-
like, yes, of course I have.
Oh yeah.
What-
What
what
did
have
you
you-
see though, Knight?
I saw Smile finally.
Oh, nice.
I want to see
Okay.
that so bad.
Dude, yeah, you do.
Yes, I really do.
What
I
did you
mean-
think about it?
I thought it was a good time, I went to first of all, let me just explain. I don't know how it is for you guys, but whether I'm at home preparing to watch something that's new streaming or whatever, or going to the theater. It's for me, it's just a fun thing. I really, really enjoy it. So we went to go see Smile, and I got my popcorn, I got my soda, and it was just really, really cool. And I enjoyed the movie. It was very, very interesting. And what's her name? Oh God, I can't think of Associate Bacon. It's Kevin
Yeah.
Bacon's daughter. Look,
Oh.
man, I'm gonna tell you what she was putting in to me. And again, I just saw it, so it's kind of still first reaction type of stuff. I thought she was putting in like almost like Toni Collette hereditary levels of that spectrum,
Wow.
emotion, and commitment in this movie. Not exactly to Toni Collette level, but she was killing it to me. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
Oh, I
Can't
couldn't
wait.
agree more. She's phenomenal in it. And, it's like plot wise, I won't spoil anything, but it's pretty familiar. It's
Yeah.
nothing like groundbreaking by any means,
Mhm.
but the lead characters and some of the scares in that are very exceptional. And it's very deserving of
Yeah.
how successful it is at the box office. Isn't it like at like 140 million or something crazy like that?
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome, man, for an original horror flick to be
Yeah.
making that much money. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, agreed, man. Agreed. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone. If you're going to the theater and you're looking for a nice little horror movie, I would definitely recommend it. Seriously. Carrie saying, Craven, you do know you're 6 away from 7K, right?
That's just because it looks that way because it says 6.94K. What that actually means is it's 6,940 something. So
Yeah.
my actual sub count is 6,948. So I'm
There we go.
52. Yeah, 52 away.
Yeah, when she said that, I was like, whoa, party!
I was about to say, what just happened? You're 50 subscribers.
Right?
That'd be crazy. I'd be
Yeah.
losing my mind.
I would
Exactly.
too.
And look who we have coming in with a super chat.
Hey,
$2
the
super chat.
legend.
The legend. Lighting
Yes.
Ghost, the one that brought us back from the depths of hell on a really fun live stream one night. Thank you so much for the super chat. We really, really appreciate it. It definitely means a
Yes.
lot to all four of us. It really, really does. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And let's say I just want to catch up with everyone else. We do have a couple questions I'll throw out. And also, hey, Amber's here. Yo.
Hey,
Hey,
Amber.
what's up?
What's up?
All right.
Yo,
I
yo,
like the
yo.
profile picture.
Yeah, very, very cool. And Denisha reminding folks, subscribe to the Bearded Entertainment. Of course.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
And Carrie Craves Cinema as well. And Maverick Media and all of our good friends that are
Mhm.
always here. Extron. Absolutely. But Jake, were you saying did you see something new recently too?
I had a little news update I wanted to throw at you guys because it's very exciting from today. Hours ago, Tobin Bell confirmed to be in Saw X.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And boy, yes.
My excitement level went way up for that movie now.
Right?
How do you guys
Oh
think
my
they're going to incorporate him?
Dude, I just made a video about it. I don't even care. I'm just
I
like,
don't either.
this to
Right?
me is like this to me is like if you told me, oh, Robert Englund's coming back as Freddy. You know what I mean? Like that is
Right.
just, it's so cool. I'm like, you know what? If it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, the Saw story is so out the window at this point. Fuck it. I'm just excited to see him back.
Yes.
For me, the story ends with the third movie. And the rest of them are just kind of like it's like the icing on top of an already well-made cake. You know what I mean? That's kind of
Right.
how I see it. So whatever
Yeah.
they do with the 10th installment, I'm just excited to see him back in the role.
Definitely,
Same.
man. I'm telling you what, and of course, I've been going through the Saw movies, and it's really close to my heart. And you're right. After 3 or 4, well, 6 was good too, though, man.
6 is real. That's my favorite. That's my favorite
I-
in the whole
I
franchise.
couldn't believe
Ugh.
how friggin' good 6 was, but
Yeah.
we're planning to talk about Jigsaw on Friday. But long story short, and we've said it so many times, I've said it, but every time Tobin Bell was in a scene, I was just like, boom, he's just that good in this role. So to hear him confirmed for Saw 10, I'm just I'm giddy. I'm giddy.
Do you think?
Great
Do you
news.
think Saw 6 is the best sixth installment in horror history?
Oh, well, hang on.
Well,
Jason Lives,
I was,
baby.
yeah, you know what's up,
Oh.
man.
Yeah, I was like,
is it better than
ooh.
is it better than Saw 6 though? Jason Lives is good. But Saw
That's
6
okay.
is-
That is
Ooh.
really tough for me because I think Saw 6 is like one of the most underrated sequels, man. It is very good, but that's gonna break my heart because I don't know. I
tough.
love both.
Yeah, that is
I
tough.
reserve judgment until March 31st.
I knew you were gonna say that.
That's a good point.
It's
It
true.
is
Very
good.
good point.
It is good.
Very
It's
good
true.
point.
Yeah, but
It's
does that would that really count though? Like I know it's the sixth installment, but this is kind of like its own thing in many ways.
It's still
know,
the sixth installment.
still the
Yeah,
sixth.
it's
It's
still
probably
the
going to be
sixth.
called Scream 2, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
Wow.
it's gonna be it's gonna be.
We all
part
know
two.
better.
Yeah, we all know
we
that.
know what it's really called.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Carrie,
it's just like
can-
Scream 5. Like like number one trending tag for Scream was Scream
Yeah.
5.
Scream 5.
Like
Yeah.
everything-
Exactly.
everything- yeah. Like nobody called it Scream. Like that's
No.
why I don't understand why they're. I mean, like I get like especially the first one. Okay, I get why you call it Scream and trying to attract box office people. But
Yeah.
why call this Scream 2? Like you don't have a
know.
I don't
better
know.
idea. Like you can't be a little more creative. Like
I know.
give it a subtitle. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Scream.
they should just
you
do
know,
that.
I thought
and you could-
Ghostface
I mean,
would be cool. Like
Ghostface.
just
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Ghostface.
That's what I
Ghostface
think,
returns.
too.
Return
Or
of
like
Ghostface.
you could have even
Yep.
called it Scream Ghostface Takes Manhattan and people would have loved it. No, I'm dead serious though, because people
They
would have
would've.
loved it because
They
it would
would've.
have been meta, right? Scream's whole thing is meta and
Yeah.
tie-ins to other
True.
movies. Like you would have had a meta tie-in into just the name. Like it would have been perfect. Like you could have named
That-
that.
I
Everyone
can't
would've been
argue
like,
with that.
Everyone would have been like, "That's so cool." Everyone would have got the reference. Everyone would have laughed.
That's
it would have
right.
been great. But
That would have
no,
definitely funneled the Friday fans a bit more too, as it's
Yeah.
obviously a nod to the Friday franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have done it too. I mean,
Yeah.
Listen,
you're going to New
continue.
York. Come on.
Paramount,
Anything with Scream
Spyglass. I'm talking to you. It's not too late to fix it. Okay, you can change it.
Do
You
better.
you have like we'll use Knight's word, precipice. That was a good word. You were on the precipice of potentially having the best sixth installment in horror history.
Oh.
Horror history. And
Yeah,
do you really
you
want
you knock
mess
on
it
some
all
wood
up?
right now, dude.
Yeah,
you
right?
knock on some
And I-
damn wood.
Yeah.
Right.
There we go. I just want you to know I am hard as a rock right now because I want you to change the title
Wow.
and name it
Wow.
Scream Ghostface Takes Manhattan.
Wow.
That would be beautiful.
Well,
I want
besides
second
Fate
that.
being hard as a rock, let me ask you this now: is Scream 5 the best fifth installment in a franchise? Because I can't think of too many other really significant fifth installments.
Final Destination.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
you're
there you
right.
go. Yeah,
Oh
there you
fuck,
go.
you're
You
so
win.
right.
Night wins.
You win. Yeah.
Final Decision 6?
No, 5.
No,
Have you seen the
5.
fifth one?
No, I never saw the fifth one, dude.
Oh,
Dude.
you haven't? Dude, you
That
got
might
to
be
see
the best
that
one in
one.
the entire franchise.
Oh my god.
I think it's the best
It,
one.
it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
great.
Watch party.
Chris came in hot early. He's starting out early with the one set. Thank you, Chris.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey,
There you
hey.
go.
Chris.
Getting
Let's
into
go.
Setting the tone.
I was
love
getting
it.
worried.
man.
I know it was
I
only
know.
14 minutes in, but I
that.
was
Well,
worried.
last
Right.
one he got in at like 30 seconds before we went offline.
Yeah.
So
Right,
got
right,
in
the
it
right.
early
buzzer.
this time. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of super chats, is what's his name in here? No, not yet. Okay, we'll touch on it later. We have a super chat we need to answer from the
Oh.
day before that came on after. But I don't see him in the
Oh,
stream.
yes, we do.
I don't
Yes,
see
we
him
do.
in the stream. So
I
let's
don't
wait
see him
until,
here either.
Yeah, let's wait until he gets in the stream.
I have
Yeah.
it when we're ready. I'll
Yeah,
okay.
have it
let's
at the
let's
ready.
wait until we see him and then answer it. We got a super chat
Yeah.
after we signed off for $10 that we wanted to address, just to be fair.
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Whenever he's in the stream, we'll do that. But anyway,
So
Okay.
Scott Royston, if you are here, make yourself known. We would love to talk about your super chat.
Yeah,
And we're
Also, if you're listening, Scott.
yeah. And also we're really
Yeah.
sorry that we missed it on the last stream. That's our bad. So we will talk about it whenever you're here.
All right. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah,
yeah.
Final Destination 5. For
Yeah,
sure. That
might,
was a
that
good
might
one.
be. So is Scream Part 2 though? See, is that the second best? I feel like it's not, but I'm trying to go in my head and I'm thinking like, what are all the fives? Like usually
I know,
the
I
fifth
can't-
installments are terrible. Like Halloween 5 was awful.
Nightmare
Yeah.
5 is
Nightmare
pretty
5
bad.
was
I
awful.
mean,
Yeah.
was it? I mean, I don't know. Was it that awful? I mean, I don't know.
Which one?
Halloween 5?
Nightmare 5?
Halloween 5. I mean, I
It was
don't think
pretty
it was. I mean,
I think
I've seen a lot worse movies.
yes. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be live right now and say that and as a child it was a little bit different, but I've really come around to Friday 5. And I know it's not Jason. I know that. But all the elements around it, are really good. The kills, the cast. I mean, Melanie Kinnaman, who I had the pleasure of interviewing, is an absolute treasure. And she was in the movie as well. But I'm just saying, I've come around to Friday 5. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's better than Final Destination 5, but I definitely think Friday 5 has a lot of good things in it. Nightmare 5, that was kind of rough, but
So Dead Meat, I remember posted about Friday 5. Like I think they had gone, James and Chelsea had gone through those movies, and they posted something about like, oh man, like Friday 5's like my favorite now, and I'm like, what? Like that's wild. I went back and watched it too with all the things they said in mind, and I'm like, this is actually a great movie. Like it's actually a lot of fun. It's goofy as all hell. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you watch that and expect a Jason movie. It's just a really dumb, goofy movie, but that's what's great about it. It's
Yeah.
I appreciate it for that reason, I guess.
me too, man. I mean, you got Reggie the Reckless. I mean, come on.
Yeah, iconic character. I mean, that scene is so good, man. I don't know.
It is. And we do have a couple questions that have come in. I'm going to jump to these as well. Eric was saying, my question to the panel: what's your subscriber goal for this time a year from now? Wow, that's a great
Wow.
question.
Craven,
October of
you're about to hit
2023.
7, so
Talking about me? You talking about what?
yeah,
what
you start. You start. Let's hear it. What's
Oh.
your goal? Because you're close. You're closing in on 7.
Yeah, man.
True. So I guess we're gonna answer it two ways, right? Our own
Yeah.
channels and then this channel, the collective channel. So this time a year from now, honestly, would be probably 10 or 11,000 is would be nice. If I could break into the double digit category, finally, get into the 10s, 10, 11. I think that's a realistic goal for a year from now, because that's another 4,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people. So
Mm-hmm.
I think my goal is I want to be at least 10,000 a year from now on my own channel. And for the collective, man, I want us to be at least 5 or 6 in a year from now. That's where I want us to see us. And those are my floors for me and the channel.
Nice,
So.
nice. How about you, Jake? I mean, Jake, you're gonna be flying, bro.
He's like,
You're gonna be like,
100,000.
I'm gonna be
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
knew him way back when.
I want to be at 100K, but I don't see that happening next year. It's also been a while since I looked at my projections, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to hit 15K before the end of the year. And then next year, man, around this time, I mean, if I'm at like 20K by this time next year, I'll be happy. I don't,
Heck yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
happens.
man.
The goal for my channel was always to hit 100K. I really don't like after that. I don't care at all. But if I hit 100K, I am so happy. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to get that dumb silver plaque. I know it's like you've heard this a million times probably from every YouTuber, but I just think it would be really cool to get that. So at some point
Would.
down the line, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, man.
How about for the collective?
I agree with you, Craven. I think 5K is realistic by next October. We got all the Scream 6 coverage, which is going to be a lot of fun. So I really think that's going to boost the page a bit. Yeah, no, I could totally see that happening by next year, by like late October, November of next year, hitting 5K. I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, Mr. Fate decided.
So for Fate decided, we'll just keep it at Fate decided. At Fate decided, I am. I'd like to get to like 15K. I'm at like 8,200 or 10 subscribers away from 8,200, something like that. So if I could get to, like 15K in the next year, I think it's possible. And then for the collective, I really think we could. I think in the next year, as this channel starts catching on, now that we're monetized, now that YouTube start posting us out more, I can see us getting to like 10K or close to it, 8K.
Ooh.
Because I
Wow.
mean, because you got to take into account as all of our channels grow up,
That's true.
that's going to funnel into this channel
Yeah.
as this channel grows.
That's
So
true.
I think once we start getting into that cycle, like Jake said, of like, Scream and all that stuff, I really think we're going to see some real spikes in this channel. So I wouldn't be shocked if we get to, somewhere between like 7 to 10K in the next year.
Nice.
Yeah. So say 7 to 10K.
Wow. Well, I mean, I definitely, before you said that, I was definitely thinking around, 5K for the Lethal Collective. And of course, a big part of it is just us getting out there. That's really always the big thing. Any small YouTuber is just getting your content out in front of the people, and then they make their choice. But I definitely think that we have a very special we have a special thing here, and I think that if we get the exposure that we should be getting, I definitely think 5K is very attainable. Um, for me, for my channel, for the Night Watch Zone, hopefully I will be getting to 5K within the next couple of weeks or so. That was a projection, so I think in the next year, I mean, I don't know, maybe I could be knocking on the door of double digits. I think it just really always, it just depends. But
Mm-hmm.
it's been a really it's been a good year, especially the last several months for me, which has also been good for the collective. So it's exciting time, though, and I'm really excited for all of us. And it's just been, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But much appreciated to all the support for all
Yeah.
of
Yes,
us.
absolutely.
Because you guys are the ones that make it happen. But that was a great question, Eric. It was
Really
very
was.
thought provoking. I tell you. Thank you so much for that, bro. We've got from Extron saying, "What's the worst horror movie this year to you guys?"
Oh.
Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I'm going to say Jeepers Creepers just based upon from everything I've heard from you guys and a
Right.
couple others like Brandon from I Like Scary. It's like, that just sounds horrendous.
Movie
It
is
sounds bad.
T-Rash, garbage.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I never watched it. And I never will, based on everything y'all said. I don't need. I'm not gonna waste my time.
Right.
I will say this though: of the movies I have seen, probably that are like new releases. Now I'm not talking about old movies. New releases. It has to be They Them. That movie's
That's another one.
wretched.
That's up there. That's up
Wretched
there.
movie.
That was awful. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Have you guys seen Dash Cam?
Yes, you and me
Oh.
talked about this. I
Yeah.
finally saw it on a collective like a couple months ago.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I brought it up.
remember.
I was like, I finally saw Dash Cam. You're like, what do you think? I was like, it's the worst movie I've ever seen.
It was like so unwatchable. It is like less than 90 minutes. What is it's like 80 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
it
And it was the
literally is short.
longest movie I've ever watched. Like, and it just feels like it just doesn't end. The main
Wow.
character is the most unlikable character in anything I have ever seen. It is unbelievably tough to watch.
But it's not
Jeez.
even. It's not even like like when you watching a movie they purposely try to make an unlikable character an unlikable character, and you get the point across.
Mm,
Like this isn't that. This was like, how can we just turn everybody off from watching this movie? Like it's so over. It's so over
Daisy.
the top and like beyond mind-blowingly insane that like it
Mhm.
just it falls flat, because we've all seen it. We've all seen a movie where there's a character you don't like and you're like, I can't wait to see that person die or whatever.
Right?
And you're like, man,
Yeah.
this wasn't that. Like this was like, I just want
Oh.
this movie to end. Like I just want this to stop. I want my ears and eyeballs to just explode. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Dude, and the ending is the most like unsatisfying
Yeah.
thing I've ever seen
Yeah.
in my life. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, oh my god, it's tough. It's tough.
Oh
T-Rash.
man. Jeez. Let me just catch up here. Let me catch up. I'm way behind. We also have another question from Save Robbie saying, do you think the Scream teaser will be on Halloween?
Not
I don't
on
know.
Halloween, but I could
I
see
don't
it be
think so.
close. I think we do get one this month.
I'm seeing some rumors about this. I'm seeing
Yeah,
a
I've
lot of
seen
people talk
I've seen
about
a lot
that.
of them. Yeah,
Sure.
and I do
We'll
think we get
see.
one. Do think we get one. I mean, we were talking about this like a month and a half ago, saying that like I could see Halloween time being that, and I do. I think we get. I don't think it's going to be anything like super like wow. I can't believe they did that. I think it'll either just be like a quick little teaser with like Ghostface slashing the screen or something, and it'll just say Scream 6
Yeah.
or something or whatever the title
Yeah.
is. Yeah, and then or it'll be just like one of those character trailers, where you just see everybody. Like it's just every character just making that face for a second, and then they just end it. Ghostface slashing. I think it'll be something like that.
So we didn't see the first footage from Scream 5 until 3 months before its release, and we're
That's
currently
true.
5 months out. I don't
Yeah.
think we see any new footage until December would be my
Me
guess.
too.
But if they want to start putting out some like weirder shit, I could see that happening like next week, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think the marketing train, or no, I guess train's a good word. The big splash with the toothbrush Sarah, and we saw the what's the thing with the phone, the voice changer thing, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Remember all that craziness? Do you think
Yeah.
that stuff starts in December? Because
Yes.
I think it does.
Yes.
I would think so,
but
yeah.
I think we get something throughout November and late October, like something like minimal like that, but maybe not like as big as like the ARG on TikTok and all that crazy shit like how we got
Yeah.
last year. Like we're already doing the Airbnb for the Scream 3 house, which I think is
Yes.
fucking cool.
So
And I mean,
cool. Yeah.
however you want to spin that, that's kind of promotion for this new movie,
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get like a little teaser. I think in November we start seeing like a poster or something like that. You know how they ramped up all those posters, and then I think come like December we start seeing the real ramp up. I think they do the 12 days of Christmas again, or Screamus or whatever it was. I think they do that again, where we get like all these little trailers, all these little teasers,
Yeah.
all this stuff. I do. I think December is when they really ramp up, because come December we're 3-4 months away. So I do. I think middle of December, I think we're gonna see like that huge ramp up, and then January, I think we get the first full length trailer. Would be my guess. Yeah.
That would be cool, and that would be really, really cool. I hope so.
I want to see the trailer now if it makes a difference.
And now we know that whatever they show in that trailer is concrete. It will be happening. There will be no
Yeah.
fake.
Movie, yeah.
It's going to be in the
There will
movie,
be.
and there's no
There will be,
misdirection. Nope.
I've learned my lesson.
Yes.
Let's see. We also have a question. From Gina, Jordy herself. What's your views on David Arquette?
I want him back.
Yeah, I want him back too. He's really cool. I met him at Monster Mania. He's a really cool dude. And geez, man, he actually is talking about, hey, you never know. Well, there's possibilities in horror, which is true. But I don't know, man. I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm done with these people.
He ain't coming back.
Oh yeah,
He's not coming back.
good.
It's not happening. I think. I mean, I don't rule out him doing like a little cameo role, or like
Mhm.
especially with like Gail, right? Gail's writing the book, right? And we know it's
Right.
about a year. I do think we get some reference, whether it's just like a photo album or photos, or something along those lines. I do think we get something from him. I just don't think we're gonna get like a full-fledged like Dewey's back in the swing. I mean, we literally watched him get gutted front to back. His intestines, everything fall out. Like I don't think it's gonna happen. But
Well, all right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
next,
Okay. All right. Let's just and also let me just say this, and for you guys in the chat, definitely make sure you guys are treating each other with respect. And that's the first and the last time I want to make sure I say that.
I just took care of one individual.
Okay.
They're out. If you guys don't respect our moderators, you're not going to get our respect either, and you won't be here. So if a moderator gives instruction, there are voices. they're speaking for the four of us. And
Right.
so if they say don't do this, that's like us saying it. And so we're gonna make sure you get if you're not gonna respect them, then you're not gonna be welcome on our channel. That's all.
Right. Absolutely.
Play
No
by
doubt.
the rules, we'll all have fun.
Yeah. And also we have another question too from Dakota saying, if the Lethal Collective had to reboot a horror franchise, which one are y'all going with? Ooh.
Oh.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
You know, it's so funny that you said that, because that actually was the first thing that came to my head. And I'm a Friday, I'm a big Friday fan. But I think with Friday, well, one, I think it's definitely going to happen before Nightmare. But I just keep thinking about this whole Robert thing. Is Robert going to do one more or not? Again, I respect either way. But if he is, we got to make something happen. I mean, shit, man. I'd be fine with him just having a little cameo. He didn't even have to be Freddy Krueger for me, but Nightmare probably is the one that comes to my mind too. What about for you, Jake?
I would love to do Creature from the Black Lagoon, but like modern day.
Ooh.
I love that. I think that movie is so much fun. It's one of those like old ones that just really sticks out to me. I don't know. I would just love to do a new take on that for sure. Just a new like creature design. There's some gorgeous cinematography in that movie. I think it's one of the first movies that was shot like underwater too, for like a long duration of the movie too. So I don't know. It's just it's such a monumental creature feature. I would just love to do something new with that today.
That's a great point too, man. I mean, it is so cool. I haven't seen it in a while though. When was the last time you've seen it?
I watched it, I want to say a year ago, the last time I watched it. I bought this like
Nice.
DVD set of all three of the movies, and I think I went through all three of them. And the
Nice.
sequels are whack, but the first one's great. So
That's pretty cool.
I got one for you.
Sure.
I was just going to throw out, it's something that we don't talk about very much. I would like to reboot Psycho and
ooh.
start a new Norman Bates. And
The TV series was great.
it was awesome.
Bates Motel
Yes.
was fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It
Oh
was.
my god.
Yeah.
Freddie, wasn't it Freddie Highmore?
Freddie,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he killed it,
man.
man.
He channeled some Anthony Perkins, man. That's all I can say. He was
He
fantastic.
did.
And so, of course, Vera Farmiga. I mean, for me,
Yeah,
she
fantastic.
can do no wrong.
Yes.
I absolutely
So good.
adore everything she does.
I
It was a
changed
great
my.
show.
I wanted to change my answer. I'm going to change it to Jeepers Creepers, because we've gotten two atrocities of a movie, and that might be my like second, third favorite horror franchise, which is sad that
Right.
we've gotten two atrocity
Wow.
films. And I really want somebody that has some sense to actually put that movie and redo it. Just start from scratch, get Jonathan Breck, have him be the creeper, pump out, like 3 new films, start from scratch.
Yes, yes.
I have a quick question for you guys. Do you guys think that Exorcist, we kind of briefly touched on this, but do you think the new Exorcist, people look at it and perceive it different because of David Gordon Green now?
Yes.
Do you think
You
it
mean
has an
100%.
effect? Do you think like it'll have like before Halloween ends? I think
Yeah.
that there were a lot of people that were looking forward to that trilogy, that were really excited for that trilogy, that we're gonna at least give it a chance.
Yeah.
And now I
Yeah.
think because he failed with Halloween, a lot of people are gonna shun that movie. Even if it's great, I think people are gonna shun that movie. But sorry, Jake, go ahead.
Here's what I'll say about this, because I've been covering the new Exorcist for a little while now, and from the get-go, when I heard David Gordon Green was going to do it, I thought that was weird, just because his style is so goofy. It's so goofier than like you would expect. I mean, he's done a few like serious films. I think he did one on like that. I don't think I can say on YouTube, but there's a movie that he did about something serious and real. Yeah, once again, I probably shouldn't talk about that here on YouTube, but the majority of his movies are like stoner comedies and the Halloween flicks that are really goofy, peanut butter on my penis and all that, it's like really, yeah, it's really, they're really goofy movies. I feel like that's not gonna work with The Exorcist. Like maybe the pea soup scene is really goofy, but like back in the day, it's known for the fact that it was like the scariest horror movie ever made. So why
Right.
would you want to get somebody who makes really scary horror films, instead of like goofier, campier ones? I just feel like it's a weird choice from the get go. I do feel like now after Ends though, a lot more people are less excited for it. But even from the announcement, I was skeptical about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think. Well, I'm sorry. You can go ahead, Steven.
Oh, no, we both hit the landing gears at the same time. Go ahead. I'll finish it. You go ahead.
Well, I really, I'm pretty much echoing what Jake said. Right from the beginning, I was thinking this is not something that makes a lot of sense to me because, again, I think The Exorcist, if we take that story, you know what I'm saying? I just think that it's a product of its time because there's been so many followers in this lane since 1973, I believe it came out, 72, 73.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what are you going to do with it now? If they're doing some, I don't know, man. It's the Exorcist franchise is odd, anyways. And shout out to 3 because again, 3 is fantastic. George C. Scott, he rocks. But I definitely think that people are going to look at this with more of a side eye because of what happened with Halloween Ends, and I don't blame them. But I was looking at it like that even before Halloween Ends, and The Exorcist is just one of those movies. I still love it, but what was so good about The Exorcist, back in the day, that movie, it really hit people. But William Friedkin, the way he shot the film, that's what was part of the magic of it, having that gritty documentary style. It was grimy. Even to this day when I watch it, I feel like, ooh, I got to change my shirt, and that's because of all the elements that was put there by the filmmakers, specifically William Friedkin behind the camera. And you can't recreate that.
Yeah.
You just can't, and even if you could, it's a pale imitation. That's my little rant about The Exorcist, because I love that movie so much. And it's like, God, man, doing a Halloween sequel is one thing, or doing a Halloween trilogy, is one thing, but trying to do The Exorcist is like, ugh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Anyway,
my concern.
Steven.
Yeah. No, I agree. You guys really did hit it all. I mean, that's a movie that just doesn't need to be remade. If this is a true remake, where they're gonna see same characters, names, basically just redoing the original per
Mhm.
se, then why? I mean, you just don't.
Well,
You're
it's
never
supposed to be
gonna.
a continuation. It's supposed
Okay,
to be
Right.
It's supposed to
continuation.
be
Okay,
like
well
part
that's good to
4
know.
or whatever.
Okay, well
Yeah.
that's okay. At least okay. All right, fine, good. I'm glad. That's at least something better than trying to remake it. But yeah, I mean, what if he decides in the second one or the third one he wants to write a love story?
Yeah. That's
Because
my concern.
he's done
That's
it.
my
Like, he's
concern.
done
Oh
it.
my God. Just
He'll
let the
do
guy
it
make a
again.
damn
The
rom-com.
demon,
I
like
mean, he
I know.
clearly
Pazuzu,
wants to,
Pazuzu
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
the new Reagan are like best friend. They like fall in love or whatever. Like,
I'm telling you, man, that's my concern. I would be so apprehensive because, like,
You
know what
even
I
if the
There's
first
a new
one's
character
great,
named Dory who falls in love
yeah,
with
Dory. You know what I
Dory.
could see him doing? You know what I could see him doing? I could see him having like the main character that gets possessed wanting to be possessed, and that's how part 2 like falls in love with the idea of being possessed. So like they
Okay, that's
exercise
cool
it,
though.
And goes
and
on a
now
killing
he's
spree.
like obsessed with like being possessed, and now
Someone
wants to be possessed 'cause it
sacrifices
loves the
themselves to
demon.
Pazuzu.
Yeah,
Essentially,
like
they're like,
it's-
"Take my body, so
Yeah,
just
exactly,
do whatever."
like-
You know,
Yeah, it's
that's
the main
cool.
character.
I
That
actually that's
is
sick
kind
to
of
me.
I'm doing.
different. Yeah.
or just
little dark,
worships
but-
Reagan, kind of like we saw last night in the Mountaintop Motel Massacre.
Yes!
where they've got a little shrine.
Dude, the camera angles, man. Every time that lady was on screen, I was freaking out. The look on her face. I mean,
I
she was
know.
committed.
It
Oh
was
man.
crazy, dude.
Oh.
But you can see this
Um.
person like opening up his little shrine to Reagan. It's like, come into me, all this
Yeah.
stuff. I mean,
Take me,
Oh,
take me now.
dude.
Can you imagine Linda Blair's reaction to all this? She's
Oh,
probably just gonna be like,
man.
And
Oh,
why
God.
was she not even asked to be in this?
Exactly.
Same with William Friedkin, who like I in that interview today from David Gordon Green, they asked him, they're like, is he gonna have any involvement? And he only responded to that with he won't. Like, why? Please elaborate. I would love to know more. He just said he won't, and then continued to talk about what they're doing with it. And to me, this just screams like it's going to be a failure. Like every time
I think it is.
every time something like this happens, where they kind of just like give the backhand to like the people originally involved with stuff, and you try to reboot things yourself, typically doesn't go well. I mean, I don't know. I can name a few examples: the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Child's Play reboot from 2019. I'm not a big fan of either of those, really. You know?
Yeah.
Well, freaking man is not. Look, you don't f with him, man, because he just has that. He just has that vibe, and he really takes his work so seriously, and he really takes The Exorcist so seriously. Give him credit because it's a really good friggin' movie. So that is a red flag, as opposed to how Halloween went, where you got the old crew back on board and everybody was kind of like shoulder to shoulder.
John Carpenter's involvement, you know?
I do.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I like there are like there's horror movies that you should reboot or that I want to see reboot. And then there's some that I just think should be left alone. Blecka, I saw Blecka earlier say Faculty. I would love a new Faculty. I do agree because Blecka in that same comment said I don't think you could emulate the previous cast or whatever. I agree. Right. I don't like that cast was like spot on.
Yeah.
And they were all like big 90s stars. Like so it was just like the perfect boiling point. But I don't know. I think you could do it. I like that might be one of my favorite movies. That's hands down one of my favorite outside of Scream, one of my favorite Kevin Williamson movies. I love that movie. But like
it's a good one.
I think of things like Wishmaster. I think you could do a cool Wishmaster or like The Prophecy with like Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
I think you could do like a remake of those. Like maybe even like Puppet Master. You know, like some of these like lesser known.
There's like 100 Puppet Master movies. Like that's still going. You know?
I lost track after like 7.
Yeah, 30. No, but I'm saying like some of these like lesser known like quality like film, like they tried to like do The Craft and it was terrible. Like it went like a completely different direction. Like it just I think that there are some that are out there that I think you could like take and make really good. Like I said, like Wishmaster, I think would be a great one that you could like modernize. I think that would be pretty cool.
Such a great premise, man. The Wishmaster is so fun.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about Return of the Living Dead? I would love to see a new one of those. Like in the vein of, specifically in the vein of the first two, because the other three are like have nothing to do with the other movies. But
you know what was a good one of those? Did you guys ever see Diary of the Dead?
Yes.
I like that. That was one of the better found footage zombie style films. Like I remember seeing that in theaters when it came out, and I thought it was really terrible. And I remember this is really good.
You know, I had to give the late great George Romero so much credit to go down that path of the found footage. And of course, George, for anyone who has not watched the Dead movies, George Romero's Dead movies, you got to watch them because, well, first of all, he literally started the subgenre, the zombie subgenre, but his movies were so good with character. Like it wasn't about the zombies. And of course, we've seen that theme be carried on all the way to this day, Walking Dead and so forth. But George started it, and I think he always had interesting things to say in those movies. But to your point, Fate, Diary, I was like so pleasantly surprised with that. I was like, holy crap, George Romero just did a found footage zombie horror movie. Good for you, you know?
Well, and he always broke the mold too.
He did.
Like, having an African American as a lead, right?
That's
people, I mean, I wasn't alive at that time, but I remember from just being a horror buff, like people were outraged that they had an African American as a lead back then. Yeah. And he was like, tough, don't watch the movie. And started, and people loved it. He was great. Yep. Like he always broke. He was like, what would piss people off right now? Let's do that. It was like, I love that. Where it's like, no, this guy is the best character. This guy is the best actor for the role that I want to play. I don't care what he looks like. He is the best character for this role. And like, that's awesome. And you saw that bleed into like Wes Craven and guys like that who respected that, Wes Craven with the whole, Joel, Dwayne Martin coming to him and saying like, dude, my people die all the time in these movies.
Right.
Like, can't a brother just survive? And he was like, you know what? You're right. Like, you know what? You're right. Like, and changed it. Like I love seeing stuff. I love seeing when directors are like, no, like I'm gonna stand by this. This is who I want. This is what we're gonna do. Like I love that. He really paved the way for so many people. So many people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
I mean, he was just a special director, and even like with Day of the Dead, having a lead character be a strong female, who kicked ass, man. I mean, Lori, what's her last name? Cardalil. She was just fantastic role as Sarah, and just strong, but also had moments where she was tender and so forth. I mean, George Romero, he was special, not to keep going on and on, but also just to say real quick as a side, Chris has come in with a $10 super chat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank
We really
you.
appreciate that. Very, very kind and generous of you. Thank you so much. And his comment saying, I would love, I would too, a Dr. Loomis centered story, maybe set in the 70s or the 80s. Dude, you are
Dude, go
speaking
get that
my
actor
language.
that did the flashback.
Right?
And have
Yeah.
put a
Oh
movie
my
around
God.
him. You could
Man.
do something.
That would be
Yes.
so cool. I think, and I'll try not to rant but Dr. Loomis, going through all these movies as many times as I have, and just recently as well, Donald Pleasance, his character was just such a joy, in those movies that he was in, those 5 movies. And I think that if they were to do something where they could bring in a Loomis character and have at least some of that magic and charisma, I think it's a win. It's a win all the way. So
I'd love to see a movie that takes place in that time between the opening scene of Halloween 78 to Michael's escape. I'd love to see like a movie that takes place in between there that focuses on Dr. Loomis. I've said that for a while. I'm like, that would be such an interesting movie. Paranormal Activity 2, which is a really fucking weird far cry here, but that movie, oddly enough, takes place in the middle of the first one. And to do something similar to that structure-wise, that kind of fills in the blanks from like point A to point B in that movie, I think would be really cool. You could explain like how Michael knows how to drive. You could show him getting some early on kills at the institution. I think that would be really cool, personally, if they did something like that.
Me too. Absolutely.
All for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt at all. I mean, it just, again, he's just one of those characters. But Chris, thank you so much for that super chat.
Yes.
And Blucka.
Have you seen Shaq Dag?
Kazam.
What's your favorite scary movie? Kazam.
Oh
scary
gosh.
movie.
Oh,
Have
dang.
you seen Shaq Dag?
And
Is
Flash.
House of the Dead the worst zombie movie ever made, or adaptation?
Oh,
zombie movie?
well,
That's
Have
pretty
you ever
bad.
seen House of the Dead? Part
Yeah,
2
it is
is
pretty
actually
bad.
pretty good.
I've
Part
never
2
seen part 2.
Yeah, so they made
Yeah,
it
part 2
so
actually
part
was
1
alright.
Part 1 was they tried to literally take the movie or the game, turn it into a movie. There's literal scenes, there's literal cutaway scenes of the game in the movie as they're like going through it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Part 2 was actually like kind of like an origin and the start, and it was actually pretty good. It's actually a pretty solid movie. Because they didn't do like they made their own story, and it was actually pretty solid. But like, yeah, it was like is that the worst zombie movie ever? It just popped into my head when we were talking about zombie movies.
I can't think of anything worse.
Well,
That I've seen.
well, I will say this. I mean, it was bad, but I don't want to jump the gun and say it's the worst zombie movie of all time, because there are a lot of bad zombie movies. I mean, people, like I said, George started this thing, and people, like, everybody was just making a zombie movie, man.
I
There
like
was
some of
really
those like
bad ones.
off-brand. I like the ones that Night of the Living Dead, like what was it, like Revelation or whatever. Like I like all those like the sci-fi ones. I have always actually like enjoyed those ones.
Oh,
thought they
I
were pretty-
love
Zombievers.
Zombievers is
Zombievers.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Beavers.
dude, it's
Yeah.
no, it's actually great. Like I think it's hilarious. Personally.
Okay.
Cooties,
Okay.
Cooties is a good one too. Yeah.
Cooties.
Yeah, Carrie's talking about Cooties. I like Cooties is interesting. It's an interesting movie for sure.
Crazy stuff, man.
What is it? What
Well-
is it? Survival's Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse or whatever. That one was.
Oh,
haven't
and Scout's
seen that.
Guide.
Scout's Guide. Yeah,
It was okay.
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't terrible.
No,
I mean,
it wasn't
great.
terrible.
It wasn't
Yeah.
great. It's one of those like you watch it once and you're like, okay. They started.
Right.
They did that. that zombie. Well, they have that one zombie TV show or a series on Netflix. What is that one called? It actually has a really good cast.
Black Summer.
Black Summer.
Yes, that one was pretty good. And then they tried to do another one with like a bunch of high school kids or whatever, and like I believe it got canceled after one season. But I actually kind of liked it.
Blanca, that was pretty good.
Dead Rising.
Rising live action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick too, is
great. Oh man,
I do love Zombieland.
Fantastic.
Woody Harrelson, man.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great.
Dude, I absolutely love what and I'm a fan from way back. Like I'm talking Cheers, and just to see what Woody has been able to do with his acting career. I mean, he's just God. He was so great in
one of my favorite movies ever. White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, dude.
One of my favorite movies ever.
I even loved them in Money Train. Like
Money Train?
Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson should have made more movies together. They should.
They're remaking. They're remaking White Men Can't Jump with Jack Harlow and some like other actor guy. I am so pissed. Like because you have it's gonna be Jack Harlow's like introduction to film or whatever.
Yeah, that's weird.
He's playing Woody Harrelson's role.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
sure,
man.
he's a great rapper. I'm not big on him, but sure, he's a rapper. Okay, cool. But you're talking about playing Woody Harrelson's character, one of the best movies. Like, and for those that don't know, it's like a basketball movie, but it's not. It's like a just anybody movie, but it centers around hustling the game of basketball. And it is a great movie, and they have a bunch of like nobodies playing the roles of like two iconic actors. Like, it's just I don't know. Stupid.
Yeah, I wish they had done some more movies together, man. They just had some really good chemistry, and
But Wesley Snipes' tax issue.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he had to take some time off in prison.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, Carrie's like J-Lo was in that. She was good at it in Money Train. It was definitely a good movie. No doubt at all. And also, as we wind down, we're gonna get ready to wind this down, but me, myself, and a movie is saying, as a Brit, curious to know what's your guys' favorite British horror movie?
Ooh, good question.
That is a good question.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead's great. See, I got zombie movies on the brain. 28 Days Later is another great one.
28
Yes, 28 Days
Days
Later.
for its time was pretty darn good.
That's a top 10 zombie movie for me personally.
Yeah.
I love 28 Days
I
Later.
agree. It's up there.
Jeez.
Trying to think of like
what other British horror movies? Man, I need some more examples.
I'm sure there's a ton that I can't think of, but I'm trying to connect this British horror movie to horror movie. You know what
Steven, did you say Hot Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz, man.
Oh,
I love
Hot
that
Fuzz.
movie.
That was like Scream-ish type movie, and I thought it was awesome, man.
I think that's that's horror, right?
I think it's horror comedy.
Yeah,
it's
horror comedy for sure. Yeah,
I would say so. Yeah,
it's got like blood and gore in it.
Lots of gory kills, dude.
Yeah.
True enough.
And when you, I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say if you've seen
The Descent.
If you've seen Halloween
The
6,
Descent. All right, you win.
It's got that element going on. I've never seen that one either. That's on my short list to watch.
Like top 10 horror movies of all time. That might be on there.
Gosh, all
the
time?
Descent,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yes.
The Descent's insane, dude.
Dude, I know, said we were winding down. I just want to rant for a second. 'Cause The Descent is such a good horror movie. That was, and I'm just gonna say it. That was number one on my list when we did the ranking for decades for horror movies.
Wow.
70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
That is a movie that I religiously watch every year in late October around Halloween time. It's that good. Like I'll get friends together, be like, we're gonna pick horror movies, have a marathon, Halloween type of party type of thing. But I'm like, we got to watch The Descent. That's got to be in the rotation. It's just that good. I'm just saying.
And the sequel is just fine.
Yes.
It's not great. It's not bad. It's just fine. I think it gets a thumbs up for me.
I just looked up. Some of them. Saint Maud is another one.
That is British. Can I say?
Yeah, I didn't.
She is fantastic. Yeah, I love Saint Maud. I love Saint Maud. That's a good one.
Yeah, and Dog Soldier. Dog Soldier was.
I still haven't seen Dog Soldiers, but I hear it's phenomenal.
I've heard about it
for a werewolf movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to up my knowledge.
Don't you have
of
it?
werewolf
Don't you
movies.
own it?
No, so I was
thought you
talking
owned it.
about it. I was talking about buying the 4K of it. I was considering it because we brought it up in conversation once, and I'm like, man, should I buy that? That would be interesting. I only will buy something on a whim if I hear ridiculously good reviews. Like Alligator 1980 was one of those for me. I was like, fuck it, I'll buy it, and I was blown away. But that one, I might need to just pull the trigger on that one and buy it because I hear it's phenomenal. So I don't know. Yeah,
nice. Me, myself, and a movie saying The Ritual, and thanks for answering my question. The Ritual is really good, man.
Yes.
Good answer.
Like,
good answer.
That is a really one. And I just want to say real quick, it is kind of off the cuff here, but Saint Maud was really, really good, man. And the lead actress, is it Morfydd Clark?
Yep.
I also think she's killing it in Rings of Power. I just want to throw that out there. It's like she's literally playing Galadriel. It's like, shout out to her, man.
She's certainly the best part.
She is, man. Like every time she's on screen, it's just like and it's so different than her character in Saint Maud. I mean, it's like totally. So that just gives me a sense of how she has really good range, and I wish nothing but the best for her.
I wish I enjoyed the rest of that show more. I don't know. I got 2 episodes into Rings of Power, and I was kind of whatever about it. But I love Morfydd Clark. Like she's great, you know. So.
Did you finish it?
No. I hear aren't they just finishing up this season or whatever now?
Yeah. The season just finished, dude. All I can say is because I just had this conversation with my brother on my live stream. Last night. The second half of it, I think, was stronger than the first half, and there was some really cool stuff. And to me, you know, it does have some pacing things going on, but I think the last couple episodes, I was like, you know. And again, and just to put it out there, I'm a huge Tolkien fan, you know, fanboy of Lord of the Rings and so forth. So maybe that helped me, you know, have that extra shine on it. But I also think that she was fantastic as Galadriel. So
it definitely has the feel, you know, but it's like story wise, it's just for me, like Lord of the Rings, that's like, you don't beat that story wise. Like that is one of the most well written trilogies I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if anything even comes close. I don't know. It's just like you can't. It's so hard not to compare it to that, you know. So it's like anything that's even just like an 8 out of 10 is gonna fail, you know, compared to the Lord of the Rings for me. And I guess I just have really high standards for it. But I was like, it's not like I'm seeing these reviewers saying it's like abysmal and stuff. It's not that bad, but it's not. It's not like it's not. I don't know. To me, it wasn't great either. But I don't know. I'll finish it though, just for you, Knight.
Yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And Carrie is given the reminder tonight, Stephen, with your live stream at 10:30. So that'll be really cool. I'll be live streaming as well at 8 for Slasher Movie Club. Jake, are you going to be live streaming tonight? Or
I'll be live. I'll be live at 7. I'm probably just gonna do a little stream and nothing crazy, but come stop by.
Yeah. So the party will continue.
Something that popped. Have you guys seen Clerks 3 yet?
No, I gotta watch that though.
Man.
No.
All right, never mind.
Really?
Never mind. I was hoping somebody saw it.
Soon.
I love Clerks 3. I thought Clerks 3 was
nice.
Okay, I gotta watch
you
that.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it, Jake. See it. Let me know what you thought. I thought
the
it was
first one.
I thought it was one of his better movies, start to finish.
Nice.
Because I mean, the story is about his life, like just like what really happened to him, translated to film, and just I thought the way he did it, like everything together, like the story, just the execution, the ending. Like I thought it was a good movie to like get you in your feels, tell some good comedy. I thought it was one of his better movies.
The first one is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, I love Clerks. I actually like Clerks 2 too. I thought Clerks 2 was really
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I
like it. The only real movie and I still like the movie, but I was like really disappointed about it was Jay and Silent Bob the reboot. Because I love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back might be one of my favorite comedies ever. I love that movie, and I just thought the reboot. But the thing is, even Kevin Smith himself said if this isn't going to be this is just this Jay and Silent Bob the reboot was his personal movie. He was like, I'm gonna die. I wanted to make this movie. It's gonna suck, but you guys have to watch it. That's kind of what he was. That's basically what he said about it, and he wasn't wrong. But I mean, it wasn't terrible, but. Clerks 3 was great. I really like Clerks 3.
Nice.
Is that out?
Nice.
Can I buy that right now?
Yeah, it's on digital now.
It's on digital? Okay. I'm going to rent that as soon as possible. I really need to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, watch it. I think you'll like it, Jake. I think you'll. But anyway,
All right. Well, hey, and as we head on out, just to say hey to Ghostface Fanatic just came in a little while ago, and also our good friend Katie from Popping the Popcorn. Hey to you guys, and we're about to head on out. But hey, let us know what you think about all that we talked about in the comment section. Leave us a comment, and yeah, also like the video. It helps support us, and we'd really, really, really appreciate it. So we will catch you guys next time. Take it easy. The collective has spoken. Peace.
Hi, guys.